it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I am so excited that you are joining me today. It is a Thursday, September 28th. So sorry I'm running late. I was having a little technical difficulty. It wouldn't start the live and it was telling me I had to change the orientation. I've never had to do that before, so I had to mess around with the settings, and I just get so flustered sometimes when I'm running late like that, and it's so unusual because, like I said, I've never had to do that. So I don't know. Hopefully, I won't have to do that every time. But I do apologize for the delay, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Tell me what you are doing today. This week, I can't believe September is almost over. Oh my goodness, it has just gone so fast. Well, tonight I am sharing my bonus project kit for September. And if you're brand new to my channel, first of all, welcome. So glad that you're here. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on all the Stampin' Up! Project making videos. So tonight I do this every week, usually the last Thursday of the month. I share the project kit that you can earn for free when you shop with me. So this is something I've been doing for years. It is just so much fun. I've been trying to be more specific about doing projects using the same suite, the same designer paper. And so this month I am featuring the Modern Garden designer paper. Sorry, the Garden Walk designer paper. We use this one for Vacation Stamping School, and I am so excited to offer the same Vacation Stamping School project in my latest class, the Garden Walk Sweet Escape. And if you haven't seen the info for that yet, oh my goodness, go check it out. It is sort of like the same package that we did for Vacation Stamping School. You're going to get paper and ribbon and the pearls and also a pack of envelopes, and we're going to make 7 projects. So this is going to be on a private Facebook group, but you'll be able to access the videos off Facebook if you are not on Facebook. And I'm going to set it up so it's like some Facebook Lives throughout the day where we'll make the projects together. And I have so many other ideas to share with you, as well as the PDF tutorials and all of that. I'm just so excited. It's going to be so much fun. A full day of crafting. I've got it planned for Saturday, October 21st, but if you're busy that day, you can watch the videos later and still engage in all the content. Anyway, I'm so super excited. So if you haven't, please check out the information at tinyurl.com/gardenwalksuite, spelled that way, escape. Now, if you've already signed up, thank you. I'm catching up and we'll be invoicing tomorrow, I hope. So watch for that coming. So tonight's projects are using the same suite and are totally different than the ones from doing the class, but it's kind of a great companion. So if you're getting the bundle because you love it, or if you're getting it because you want to add it on to the class, these are just going to be some extra ideas for you using this stamp set and bundle. I love this. The Modern Garden Bundle includes the Modern Oval Punch, which is like my new favorite punch. I just love this shape, a little bit different from a circle, but so versatile. And then this awesome stamp set that has, I know, flowers, but I just really love them. Let me show you in the catalog really quick. I have to say that the catalogs in the sample didn't do anything for me. I know it's really awful for me to say, but I don't know. They were just sort of like not my style, just really like involved and all these extra things, which is beautiful. I love that you can do it, but my style is more just like clean and simple. And so I really had to like stretch to come up with stuff. Not really, because once I started playing, it's just so easy. It's such a beautiful bundle. It's such a beautiful designer paper. I think what I'm trying to say is the pictures in the catalog just don't do it justice. It's so much cooler than I think it looks. By the way, that was the September through December 2023 Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. Now, you might have seen Sunday stamping video. Mom and I shared our projects that we designed for Vacation Stamping School. So these 2 projects are going to be included in the Sweet Escape class that I'm doing. And then there are 5 more projects. So I'm really excited about that. Also, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I am going to include a back pocket card layout for the Sweet Escape class. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. If you're a team member and you were part of Vacation Stamping School, I'll send you the back pocket card layout in the mail. It's going to be this layout and some extra card ideas. Now, I love the back pocket card layout. If you're not familiar, this is something I've been doing this year in 2023. It is a card layout with measurements, and on the back side, it has colored samples of that layout. So this has been, it's like a postcard, right? So it's heavy cardstock weight, and it's so much fun because you can collect all the cards and you can put them on a ring. And I've been getting lots of questions about, oh my gosh, do you sell the ring? And at this point, no. Although I'm wanting to work on a special collection of layouts, but right now the only way to get the back pocket card layout is to either purchase from me. Every month you can purchase and get a new, there's a new card every month. So there'll be a card for September. And any order, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, if you order something small, I will send you the back pocket card layout for the month. And it's also included in the project kit. So if you order $40 or more before tax and shipping, then you'll get the project kit, which has the pre-cut materials to make the cards I'm going to show you tonight, and the back pocket card layout, and a little gift if you use the host code. So even if you don't use the host code, if you order more than 150 and you don't use the host code, you still get all the same goodies. Anyway, there is going to be a back pocket card layout as part of the Sweet Escape class. And so I'm just excited to be offering one of those all the time, just kind of throughout the year. So people who've been ordering from me every month have been collecting and have a whole ring full of these amazing layouts. And I'm going to find fun ways to continue to offer them through the new year. Katie, I see your message, and that's a fun thing I wanted to point out. Katie is a team member, and so team members have the opportunity to subscribe to get my project kits, which is this right here, what I'm going to show you tonight. They can subscribe to get my project kits for just $5 a month. It's such an awesome team perk, just a little bit to cover some of the cost, and they also get the back pocket card layouts. Team members who just meet their quarterly minimum will get all 3 back pocket card layouts at the end of the quarter. And so my team members can collect these just from ordering from themselves. So my team members have that perk, and they also can choose to get the back pocket card layout or the kits every month for a special price. And that's only for team members. At this point, I do not offer the project kit subscription any other way. But if you've been thinking about joining as a demonstrator, holy cow, Stampin' Up! Just announced this week that there's going to be a special to sign up and be a demonstrator starting next week on Tuesday, October 3rd through October 31st. Stampin' Up! Will be celebrating their 35th anniversary, and they're offering a special starter kit where you can either choose, you got 2 options. You can choose to take 35% off the starter kit price, which is $125 in product for like $64.95. Normally it's $99, but 35% off the starter kit price, and you still get the regular $125 in product. Or you can pay the regular price of $99 and get 35% more product. So that works out to be like $168 something in product. Either way, an amazing deal. And so now is a fabulous time to join. Well, next week, starting October 3rd, which is Tuesday through the end of October. And so you can take advantage of all these team perks as well if you join my team as a demonstrator. Okay, you guys are here to see some stamping projects, and so I am so excited about these projects. I want to jump right in. So, like I said, I'm featuring the Modern Garden Bundle and the Garden Walk designer paper, and this paper is so beautiful. In your project kit, you're going to get a little sample of the designer paper, and that is going to be a 3x6 inch piece of each sheet. And I have to tell you, I was designing the projects today, and I was just looking at these 6 sheets because normally our card packs, our designer paper packs, have 6 different patterns, and you get 2 of each sheet. And so I just wasn't thinking about how this paper pack is different. It actually includes 8 sheets. And so at the very last minute, I realized I had left out 2 of the sheets of designer paper. And when I was designing my cards, I wasn't looking at these 2 sheets. And so I changed up the colors on one of the cards at the last minute because I wanted to use these papers. Aren't they fun? So we've got these great floral patterns on one side and then nice sort of monochromatic patterns on the other side. I think these flowers are so perfect to last all year long, and the colors are awesome. Do you see those poinsettias? Yes. The colors in this paper include Poppy Parade, Calypso Coral, Wild Wheat, Garden Green, and Pretty Peacock. I don't know that I actually used the Garden Green ink pad, but we'll see as we go along. Aren't these colors just gorgeous together? They are just such a nice like winter rainbow. In addition to the designer paper, the free gift this month is a package of the elegant faceted gems. I picked these up from the clearance rack earlier this year, and I kind of put them away to save them as a free gift. These were some of my favorite. I just think they're so beautiful and versatile to be used for so many things. So we have some that are clear, some that are more like opaque pearlescent white, and then these sort of champagne colored ones. So we're going to use those on our project, and you'll have a whole package to use for other crafting as well. In today's video, I am going to show you how to put the cards together using the pre-cut pieces in the packet, and I'll tell you the sizes of the designer paper to cut. If you order from me $40 or more, then you'll get this and each one of these card packets and the back pocket card layout, and those will go out. They usually go out the first week of the following month, so I'm working on those to go out to the first week or so of October, and there is a limit of 1 kit per person per month. So any order over $40 will get you this awesome kit. So let's just jump in and get started. I'm going to start with the card that I changed, and I will show you the other version of it. I told you I wanted to add in these papers because I just love them, and I couldn't decide between these patterns or these patterns. But I think I'm going to do this one, and I just love, you have to tell me, are you a fan of the Wild Wheat? Because I feel like it is a love or hate kind of color, but for me, it is so perfectly fall. I just love the warmth of it, especially paired with the Calypso Coral, the Mossy Meadow, and the Poppy Parade. I just think it just feels so cozy and so fall and so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm just realizing that this designer paper would be so pretty on one of those calendars. I think I'm going to have to make one. I posted my calendar template a couple weeks ago. I'll try to add the link to the video description. But I think this paper, like I said, it's so perfect for the whole year. And so I might have to make a version of the calendar. Okay, so we got these. Now, if you don't like the colors that I'm using, if you want to choose different patterns when you're making your cards at home, you totally could do that. If you like this one instead, you could easily substitute that. Might need to trade out the card base, but you can kind of mix and match these to suit your own taste. So I'm going to use these. You might choose something different. So let's start by cutting that designer paper. This is one of my favorite layouts. I just love it so much. It's so versatile, especially for 6x6 paper like this one. I'm going to move my camera down just a little bit. I feel like I'm stretching funny. Okay, so I love this card because these measurements are just so perfect for the 6x6 paper. So we're going to start by cutting this one in half at 3 inches. So we've got 2 squares that are 3 inches by 3 inches. And then the other piece we're going to take and we're going to cut in half the opposite direction. So we're going to cut it in half at 1.5. So I have 2 strips that are 1.5 by 6. Our card base is 5.5, so I'm just going to go ahead and take and cut that at 5.5. I'm just going to discard that other little piece, but otherwise these cards, we're going to be able to make 2 cards if we wanted to using this layout. Okay, so the other pieces I have here for the inside of the card, I've got the Mossy Meadow, which is 8.5 by 5.5. The white cardstock is 4 inches by 5.25. 3.25 by 3.25 to layer behind the designer paper, and I'm using Poppy Parade. I find it to be a really bright color, but I think just as a layer, it's perfect. And then we have our punched modern oval, and also a little piece of, oh no, there's ink on it. A little piece of wild wheat, which is 3/4 inches by 3.25. All right, so we're gonna do some stamping, and we're going to and then we're going to put our card together. So I got our color. Oh my gosh, I just love these colors. We got our color inspiration going on over here. I am going to, what am I doing? I'm going to get my mat out. And so this is the one that I changed up at the last minute. So I have to like rethink the images that I'm using because I have the other stamps. I have the other stamps mounted. Okay, so I want to do my sentiment, and I think I'm going to do it. Gosh, I don't actually have the Mossy. Maybe I'll just get that out. Mossy, what's that? Mossy Meadow, right? I don't know why I second guessed myself there. Okay, we're going to bring the Mossy Meadow in the green. And then for the flowers on here, oh, nope. I'm changing my mind. I know. I'm thinking maybe, well, you guys, why don't you vote on it, okay? Should we use Poppy Parade or Mossy Meadow for the sentiment on this card, which is going to be, it's your birthday, and I better clean that because right now it's got pretty peacock ink. Okay, so we're going to do the sentiment in one of those two colors. You give me your vote, Poppy or Mossy. And you see the colors going on over here. And then the other flowers, I'm going to do, I think, these little flowers and maybe this one. And I'm thinking of Calypso Coral and wild wheats, perhaps. And then we probably need some leaves, and that's going to be in the Mossy Meadow. Poopy. Oh, Janine, I'm sorry. I just read your comment, and you got two O's and one P instead of the other way. Okay. Okay. Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Poppy, Mossy, Poppy, Poppy, Mossy. I think I'm seeing more of the, it's okay, Janine, it made me giggle. I think I'm going to use, well, there were more votes for the Poppy, but you know what? Let's just try it both ways, and then we can see what we like when it's stamped. So I'm just going to punch another circle really quick. Not a circle. It's an oval. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's try the Mossy first, because honestly, that was my inclination. I usually go with like the dark color. Oh, I just love that. I say that, but I'm having issues with my ink pad. Like it's like ink, I don't know, it doesn't ink well. That's better. That's perfect. Okay, so let's clean it and do Poppy Parade, and then we can decide as we go. Maybe you'll change your mind, because that happens to me sometimes. I think, oh, I'm definitely going to like this one. And then I see something else, and I'm like, you know what? I was wrong. It doesn't happen often, because I'm usually right. All right, we need to keep that open. We're going to do Wild Wheat. And maybe, is it too many colors to do? Oh, you guys are laughing with me, right? That is so dark, but I think it will dry. I think that it will dry lighter, the Wild Wheat. I feel like the Poppy Parade is just brighter, right? Like, doesn't it just brighten up the card a little bit? I was worried that the Poppy Parade and the Calypso Coral would be really close in color. Will you indulge me? I honestly don't like either one. I'm gonna try doing the words in Wild Wheat and then Calypso Coral Flowers. I think I might like this, because I'm not loving the Wild Wheat flowers. I don't know. Okay, this is gonna be, And then Mossy Meadow. See, I had this all worked out on the other card, and then I changed my mind. Okay. So now, what do you think? This also has one less flower, which I think I like. I forgot to stamp the inside. Okay, while you're voting, let's stamp some flowers on the inside. And here we can really have a beautiful array of flowers, right? We can do see, the poppy and the calypso coral look so similar. It's crazy. Okay, it's your birthday, needs an inside bit of words. And let's get out enjoy your special day. I have to tell you too, I cut my stamp. Not this one, another one. I'll tell you when we get there. But I cut it apart because I thought I'm not going to use it the way it is right now. And so I did a little surgery. Have you ever done that? All right, I thought I saw a bunch of wild wheats, but let's double check the chat. Last one with the word, yeah, okay, Marcy says wild wheat, Fonda says wild wheat, Tony does too. Better can put the, yeah. Annika doesn't like wild wheat. You're not alone. I know. Okay. I think I'm seeing wild wheat. There were some previous well, one poppy. I'm going to go with this one. And you know what I always say, when you make the card at home, you can choose whatever color you want. Let's get this card put together. On the inside, we have our very simply stamped. I always love stamping on the inside and just kind of bringing that design in. I seldom stamp on the envelope, which I really should do more often. In fact, this kit has envelopes, so I should just do it. So let's now add this designer paper. Gosh, this one's one of my favorites. I just love it. This is going to go towards the bottom, about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. And then we're going to layer the designer paper on the Poppy Parade. They're both squares, but I don't know why rotating it seems to fit better. I'm going to make this, I'm going to make it a little lower. Oh, that had an unusual tear to it. Usually I can pull off better. I don't know. It needs to be a little lower, I think. I'm going like a 3/8 of an inch. I was going to say a 1/2 inch, but it's definitely smaller. Maybe more like 1/4. There. Okay. That's better. Then on this one, you can decide if you want it to be crooked or if you want it to be straight. And I'm going to go with crooked. I'm going to add this onto our card. First onto that wild wheat. Man. Oh, I think I do like the mossy meadow. Like putting it on the card now, it blends in too much. Don't you think? Oh, I'm going to change my mind because I'm allowed. I think it's different once it's on the card when everything changes and it ties together. Okay, so I am purposely coming off of this edge, and I want to tell you why, because I think that it's stuff like this sometimes I just don't think about, and when you stop and think why you put things where you do, then it kind of makes sense as you're designing cards at home. When I put it over here, my stamped images kind of blend in with the designer paper. Obviously, if I put it over here, I'd move the whole thing over, but I put it on this side because now those stamped images kind of pop out and don't blend in with the designer paper. So if you want to put your designer paper on the other side, then stamp your flowers on the opposite side so that they're hanging off the designer paper. We're going to add this with Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, these colors are so beautiful. I have a special someone in my life who's having a birthday next week, and I think that she would like this card very much. Enjoy your special day. Oh, God, I really like the way this turned out. Okay, first we're going to bling it up, and then I'm going to show you the other color variation. And if you don't like Wild Wheat, you'll probably like this other color variation more. So I will let you decide. In the meantime, let's use some bling. I'm opting for the clear ones. I kind of like it there. I was joking, but I'm going to leave it. Yes, I like that. There's an odd number, so it works. Mom won't yell at me. I do think that the wheat and the mossy meadow complement each other really well. I agree, Sharon. All right, where did my other sample go? Are you ready for it? We're going to do this or that, and you can tell me what you think. One is very fall, and the other one I think is a little more spring. Also, I don't know, kind of winter, though, with the dark green. So this is garden green, and this is mossy meadow, and both colors are in the designer paper. So let's bling up this one, too. I'm going to add the white opaque ones over here while you guys are telling me this or that. Tell me which. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to just change these a little bit. Why am I struggling with this? Well, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that. You know that's a lie. You know I'm going to pull it up and change it and move it around some more. I can't help myself. Okay. This or that. I'm seeing a lot of this. I thought you guys didn't like wild wheat. Inika, yep, I knew you would say that. Elizabeth says this, or Robin says this. Sue, yes, I do like them both so much too. And they are so different. Isn't it amazing how changing the color of the paper and the patterns like just changes the card so completely? Janice says she is leaning towards that. Tony also likes the blue better. But what does this say? But you like the combo of this. I know, I do too. Those colors just make me happy. Christine, this and that. Oh, and Lisa and Anne like the Mossy Meadow card. Oh my gosh. I hope whichever card you like best, that this card inspires you. This is such an easy design, just such an easy card layout that you can easily duplicate with whatever you have at home. So if you've got this garden walk paper or if you've got something else, give this a try. Again, 1.5 inch strip and 3x3 designer paper. So if I was using a whole 6x6 sheet, I could make 4. I could make 4 of this one and 4 of this one with 1 sheet of each design. So it just is such a great card layout for 6x6 paper. Okay, guys, this was card number 1. And there are 2 more cards in our card packet. Oh, I even said I was going to stamp the envelope, and then I forgot. I'm just going to do it really quick. Don't mind me. I have to do it while the stamps are still inky in the right colors, because otherwise I won't do it later. Like, that's just how it goes. I will forget. I'll put it away. And so if I don't do it right now, it's not going to happen. So just forgive me just a second. we're gonna just stamp there. So cute. Look at that. I love it. Okay. Our next card is going to be this one. Oh, I love this one. Okay. I shared a similar card to this one over on Facebook earlier this week. I was playing around with a sketch that Stampin' Up put out, and I just thought it was so much fun. And so I decided to make another version using the Christmas paper. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I'm going to use these two patterns for this Christmas card. And we're going to cut our Christmas paper. So right now this is 3 by 6. That's what's included in my little project kit. We're going to cut it to 3 1/4. So we're going long side to the top, and we're going 3 1/4. And then we're going to cut that remaining piece, turn it at 1 1/2. So we have 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. And then we've got this piece, which we can use for another card. Okay, next we're going to take this one, and we are going to go 1 1/2, and then we're going to do 1 inch and 1 inch. And these are slightly different measurements than I shared for this card on Facebook. So just a heads up on that. Okay, so the other pieces that we have in this kit include a piece for the inside, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then this piece for the outside. I'm gonna double check this measurement again. It is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8 inch. Okay, 3 1/4 by 4 5/8 inch, and this is what we're going to use to layer these pieces. And so we're gonna kind of layer them like this, alternating the top and the bottom. Oh, isn't that fun? I love that. And then we have a punched oval, which will be our sentiment. And then this piece, which is smaller than the background layer, is going to be for stamping and cutting out. So we're going to cut out and stamp some poinsettias, which are part of this stamp set. So I think that it's fun that this stamp set includes just a little bit of Christmas, like the poinsettia flowers and the Christmas greeting, but otherwise the flowers are really versatile and could go for the whole year. So I'm going to stamp in Poppy Parade and Wild Wheat, and then the sentiment is going to be in Pretty Peacock, because that is a main color in this designer paper. So this is going to be a vertical card. There's not really an inside sentiment for this, so I'm just going to stamp some of the poinsettias on the inside. And there's 2. There's a larger one, and there is a smaller one. And there it is. And then this center is going to be, the center is going to be in Wild Wheat. I just saw Sandy's comment, and she says that the wild wheat looks like, it looks like poop. I think that you are not alone in that. In fact, I shouldn't even say this. Well, Stampin' Up, when they're working on colors and things like that, sometimes they have working names for the colors as they're formulating it and seeing how it will go with other things. And when I went to the home office in March for my million sales retreat, asterisks, that is something that not a lot of demonstrators achieve. That's not normal. I think I'm supposed to say that. Anyway, they were talking about color, and so they were saying that sometimes there's working names, but then there's a lot to consider when they're naming colors, because it has to use the alliteration like they commonly do. So like Wild Wheat both have WW, but then also they have to consider the translation of those colors into the other languages, and they have to make sure that it is within a character limit, because that is the name has to fit on the labels and things like that, so they can't go over, you know, the character count, and they have to consider the other languages in that character count as well when it gets translated. Anyway, the working name for wild wheat was newborn baby. So sort of along the lines of that color reference that you were making. It looks like poop, and Stampin' Up, the product designers, agree with you, I think, in that sentiment. But it's such a beautiful color. It's such a beautiful color. I really think it is. I love it, but fall is my favorite season, and it's such a fall color, and so I guess that's why I love it so much. And I think it complements so many other colors and looks so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Regine. I do feel like it's kind of hard to talk and fussy cut at the same time, but it is a great time to talk so that you don't have to just watch me cut in silence. I don't particularly love to fussy cut, but sometimes it's a necessary evil. There are no dies that coordinate with this stamp set. Only the modern oval punch. So if you want to cut any of the flowers, you're going to have to do that by hand. Okay, we're almost done. We're going to stamp our sentiment in the poppy, not the poppy. What color is this? Pretty peacock. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine getting to work on color names? That would be so much fun. I really think so. One time I had the girls help me sort, I say girls, I mean my daughters. I had them help me sort cardstock, and because sometimes I put all my scraps in a box and then I don't put it away right away. And so they were helping me get it sorted so I could put it away. And they were piling it by color. And so I had them guess what some of the color names were, and oh my gosh, they came up with the best colors. And they kept in mind like alliteration. So although the one I'm thinking of, spankin' new yellow, not yellow, yella, what didn't have alliteration, but it was so fun to see what they came up with. One of my favorite colors that they named was Misty Moonlight. They called it Wandering Whale. I thought that was so fun. Anyway, a fun little game to play with your family at home. Show them our Stampin' Up! Cardstock colors and see what they come up with. See what names they would call those colors. I got a real kick out of it, and I'll have to find that post with all the list of the names they came up with. Some of them they were kind of close on, because they do hear me talk about colors, and so they were kind of close on some of them. I don't know why these are just like not fitting. It's kind of driving me crazy. I keep peeling it off to fix a little. I don't know if my white cardstock is off. I'm going to do a little hand trim here. But when I made my sample, it fit perfectly, so I don't know. I'm probably just spacing them different. It's kind of going to get covered up in the middle, so I'm not going to fuss with it too much. So this is what we got going on. We got the big ones and the little ones in the top, and then we're going to put our sentiment there in the middle. And then embellish with our little fussy cut poinsettias. I just love Pretty Peacock. So happy they came back out with this one. It just makes me happy. You can put it wherever you want. I'm going to put it there. I wish that you know what, it's not too late. It's never too late. I'm going to just lift this paper and rotate it, because I want the poinsettias to be staggered a little bit more. and they were kind of right on top of each other. So now now this one is getting in a space and it's not just like right on top. Does that make sense? Now it's not straight though. Oh gosh. Oh, if you're new here, welcome. I always tear apart a card every video, just about. It's kind of my thing. All right, I think that is good. Yes, Queen of the Tear Aparts. A badge I wear with honor. I just reserve the right to change my mind. And if that means moving something, then I do not let a little adhesive stop me. Oh, I forgot to stamp the envelope again. That's okay. We can still do that. What does the sentiment say? Good question. It says, wishing you all the warm blessings of Christmas. Isn't that pretty? I like it. I just love these colors. Poppy Parade, Garden Green. A little bit of that wild weed in there. Not a lot, just a little. So there's our finished card. Oh, embellishments. Let's add some dots. And I'm going to go like that. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, here's the version I shared on Facebook. You might have seen this one. I used different patterns. And on this one, I think my designer paper was a little bit wider because I was cutting, it was like 3 inches by 3 inches. No, 3 inches by something else. But this one I didn't have enough on the 3 by 6 strip to do it. So I had to make these strips a little smaller. I also made them longer. These are 3 inches and I did 3 1/4. These are 1 1/4 and I made those 1. I like the proportion better of the smaller down here. You tell me what you think, this or that. I also really love the extra cutout images, whereas this one is just a little bit more simple there. So tell me this or that. Which one do you like? I'm looking at these patterns and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this would be so pretty. And all the colors. I think all these papers are just so pretty. I have a hard time choosing because I just love them all. I was going to do something. What was I going to do? Stamp the envelope. Okay. You guys are telling me this or that. Which of them do you prefer? This is something that happens to me often where I make a card and then I tweak it when I make it again and I like it even better the second time. So that is what happened here. I made the card and then I tweaked it and I like the new one even better. Yeah, Christine says this despite needing to fussy cut. I know. I know that is a distraction, like points off for the fussy cutting, but I do like the layout. Okay, now if you said that, I'm curious, is it just because of the designer paper? Or if you said this, is it just because of the designer paper? So like a second sub question is, do you like the smaller or the larger designer paper pieces? And these are also wider, as I mentioned, but I mean, I'm just curious if you like the smaller for the small or the larger as far as like proportion. Yeah, Tony says layout for this, but colors for that. That's what I was trying to get at. What is it that appeals to you about the card? Is it just the patterns and the designer paper, or is it something else? Yeah, okay. I think you guys agree. A lot of you are liking the smaller. Oh, Kathy says she likes the larger piece. And Penny likes the larger one too, the proportion. Interesting. I love it. I love how we're all different and we see things differently. And you know what I always say? You can make it however you want at home. So I hope that you are also inspired by this layout as well, and that you'll give this one a try. Now, this layout comes from Stampin' Up. It is their September challenge, and they have a post over on their Facebook page. So if you try this layout, be sure to post your card over there. We've been posting samples with this layout all month long. And there's no prize or anything. It's just sort of like a, be inspired by this layout. So make sure to check that out if you want to see some more samples and what other people are creating. Regine says, what is the designer paper for? I'm not sure what you mean. This designer paper over here? This designer paper is called Garden Walk. It's in the September through December 2023 mini catalog. And I've got the shopping list already in the video description for you, which has a list of the products that I'm using, the designer paper, the stamp set, the sentiments. And if you're just joining, you guys got to check this out. I am doing a special class. I'm trying not to call it a class. I want to come up with a new name. Sweet Escape is going to be a day of crafting, but you don't have to be there the whole day. It's a virtual event and will take place on Saturday, October 21st. We're going to make 7 projects, and these are the projects that were designed for Vacation Stamping School, which was a demonstrator training event that we just held. Yes, Sharon, I think you could definitely call this a retreat. So you're going to get a gift box, which includes the designer paper that we're using. It includes the braided trim, it includes the pearls, and project packets. So you will get pre-cut cardstock to make the projects in the Sweet Escape class, retreat, whatever you'd like to call it. There's also going to be an exclusive brand new back pocket card layout for the Sweet Escape. And so you definitely want to check that out. I also have another surprise up my sleeve, which I'm not going to spoil. So definitely make sure to check out this retreat class that I'm having, Sweet Escape Garden Walk. You can get all the information and register right now at tinyurl.com/garden walk sweet escape. And if you sign up for the retreat, the box, the class, whatever, then you have the option to add on the Modern Garden Bundle with a stamp set and punch for $10 off. What? Yes! So if you're thinking about getting the bundle, if you really love it, then make sure to sign up for the class and you can add on the bundle with the discount. And then you can make all the cards that I'm sharing with you tonight. All right, we have one more card that is going to be part of this kit. These were the first 2 cards. Oh gosh, I just love them. And our last card, oh, I love this one too. Our last card also has another color variation to share with you. It is using Calypso Coral. Oh, Annika, I'm so sorry. There is a virtual only option to participate in the Sweet Escape, but you won't get the product. I probably could still send you the back pocket card layout though, because that is not Stampin' Up product. So check out the virtual option. And yeah, I'm going to commit to that right now. If you sign up for the virtual option, I will still send you the back pocket card layout in the mail. But otherwise, it's just the virtual event with the tutorials and the videos and all that stuff. All right, Linda, so glad you're here. Welcome. We are on our 3rd project tonight using Garden Walk designer paper. And this one is so much fun. I'm looking for the sample on my desk so I can have a guide. What are we using? Yeah, we are using this paper. There's so many extra pieces. After you are finished with your project kit, you'll have all these extra pieces that you can use for other projects, either making duplicates of what we did or maybe trying other patterns or just your own projects, because I think you'll love this designer paper. For this card, we're going to use this designer paper. And so you can see I have pulled my color inspiration from that paper, which has Pretty Peacock, Wild Wheat, Calypso Coral, and a little bit of Poppy Parade, which we're not going to end up using on this card. So let's get our paper trimmer out, and we're going to cut our designer paper at 4 inches, and then we're going to cut again at 2 inches. So we have a piece of designer paper that is 2 inches by 4 inches, and these will go into the pile to use again. What's on the other side? Oh, I like that. All right, the other pieces of our card, we have our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5 Calypso Coral. For the inside, 4 by 5 1/4 white, 3 by 3 Pretty Peacock, the designer paper. And then this is 1 by 4 inches, maybe 4 1/4 actually. Yeah, I think it's 1 by 4 1/4. And then this one is the punch hole. Actually, I want to cut this. I want it to be 4 inches. Boop. while I'm cutting it, I'm going to go ahead and make a little banner tip. So I'm cutting down the center and then from each corner to the top of that center, like that. Love that. And then we are going to do our stamping. So let's move these aside, bring our envelope in here because it's more efficient just to do it all at the same time. And for this one, I am using this stamp and the center, which I need to clean, and our stem. Yes. Oh, and I get to talk to you about how I did stamp surgery. This stamp set has one single stamp that says best wishes for a fun-filled future together. Oh, I love that. But you know what? I don't really have a lot of use for that. That's kind of like a wedding verse or maybe an anniversary wish, and I just don't send a lot of cards like that. But I love best wishes. It's one of my favorite sentiments because it can be used for almost anything. Any kind of celebration, best wishes covers that event. So I decided to cut my stamp apart. So here's the best wishes and here's the rest. And I just took my scissors and carefully cut in between. And if I wanted to, I still could use this. I could put them back on the same block and line them up, or I can use them separately. But I haven't used this at all yet. And I don't know. It's still there in case I want to use it, but don't let it hold you back. If you like a sentiment but don't like the whole thing, you can always cut it apart like I did. So today I'm using the best wishes, and this is where it comes from, that stamp. I just cut it apart. Okay, I needed to clean the dot stamp, so let's do that. Oh, that sound is like nails on a chalkboard. I think everything else is good. And I love this punch. We always use it like this. I want to do something different. And so I decided to turn it and go this way with it. And I'm stamping with Calypso Coral and with Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. I know, if you don't like Wild Wheat, maybe I'm changing your mind, or maybe you just choose other colors and other patterns. I am going to stamp this one first toward the top, and then I'm going to add, hold on, gotta think about this, think what we're doing. I want to stamp all the things at once. All right, so I'll add the flower here. And I'll add the flower here. Okay. And then we're going to do Wild Wheat in the center. Boop. Oh, it's making me nervous. Was it making you nervous? Don't rock the stamp. Okay, and then our stem is going to be in Pretty Peacock. Why? Because the designer paper uses Pretty Peacock instead of a green. So that's why I chose to do Pretty Peacock for the stem and flowers. Okay, this one's for the inside. Oh, Sandy's reminding me, the post office doesn't like stuff, stamped images or things, to go where the address goes. So probably a better place to decorate would be the back. So sorry, post office. I'm not setting a good example. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to use It's Your Birthday on the inside as well. I just need to clean it really quick because it's got Wild Wheat on it from our other project. So It's Your Birthday, and then on the Wild Wheat piece, it's going to go on the left side by the banner. Oh, that was a little crooked. Let's try again. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, I saw your message, Sandy. No stamping on the front. I do think it's confusing for the postal machine to sort of figure out what is address and what is not. So best to keep the decorations for the back side. Perhaps I will just use these envelopes to send cards with another package. All right, let's get our card put together. These colors make me so happy. And I have another version. What did I do with it? Yeah, okay. I have another version of this card, and I actually shared it in another video. But, oh my gosh, we're gonna tear apart the other card. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna put things together. So I have another version of this card, which I think I shared in another video, like maybe a swap video. And I love the card, but I wanted to do different colors. And so when I came up with these colors, I was just like, oh, I love this even more than the first card. And so I hope that you do as well. So I got the square in the middle and then the 2x4 paper here. You might recognize this layout. I have made it before, but it makes me happy. So I thought we'd do it again. And then our little oval is going to be over there. Isn't that so cute? We're going to add that with Stampin' Dimensionals. And then on the inside, we're going to add this inside piece. We have our matching envelope. And we need to bling it up. Let's get out those faceted gems. And I'm going to add some of the, you know what, you can't really see them though. I was going to add the opaque white ones, but they really blend in. So maybe I'll just put one in the center. You know, I'm going to put 3 in the center. Are we covering up that? Are we covering up the Poppy Parade? You know what I'm going to do? Let's move it back over here. Let's try this. Oh, that came right off the glue dot. We can use our Poppy Parade Stampin' Blend to color our gems. This is an alcohol marker. And so we can color right on the gem. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder what it would look like on that one. Yeah. That still works. It changed the color up a little bit. In fact, I think I actually like it better on the champagne. It has some color already underneath it. And so I think it like just picks up that color a little better. Can you tell the difference? So I'm going to layer these. Oh, yes. Gonna layer those here. Oh, I really should wait for them to dry a little more. So cool. I love that. I love that so much. I got a little ink. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. Okay, there's our finished card. I love the coloring on the gems. I think that is just so perfect. So let me show you the other version of the card. We got Wild Wheat card base. I know how much you love it, right? So this or that. Tell me which color variation you prefer for this card. And I'm guessing, you're going to say this one. Especially if you don't like wild wheat. I liked this one. I liked the winter colors, but this one, I don't know. This one's just more me. I love Calypso Coral. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to tear apart this card and make a change. Because I have this piece that I stamped a while ago, and I never used it for anything. And so I've been wanting to use it on a card, and I don't know, I think I'm going to use it on this one. The wild wheat is good for color combos. I really do like wild wheat. I hope I've changed your mind a little bit with tonight's video, especially when you have just like a splash, like just a little bit of wild wheat. You don't have to have a lot. Sandy, you don't like the green combo. This one, I think, well, you know, I like this paper, but the pretty peacock, almost there. Okay. The pretty peacock really gets lost in the green. And I didn't realize until Mom pointed it out that these are the same designer paper patterns, just in different colors. But because the background is garden green, it's so hard to see. You have more contrast over here. So, all right, I want to add this on instead. I love it. I had a little tear, so I think I have to come up higher. Don't yell at me for tearing it apart. I know it was perfectly fine the way it was, but I like this stamped one, and I really want to use it, so I'm going to just do it. Let's trim this a little bit. That almost went right in my leg. Okay, same layout. We're just switching up this piece to be horizontal instead of vertical. I don't know, what do you think? Boop. I tore off the bling, and I think the glue dots that were part of it. So let's add some bling back. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do one. What was that comment? I'm daring for pulling it apart. I always pull apart. I'm going to center that. What do you think? I actually liked it better, I think, not centered over there. Did I pull it apart for nothing? I did. Margaret, I have not convinced you. You are still not a fan of wild wheat. You know what? That's okay. I love that there are so many colors. In fact, how many colors are there? I'm going to quiz you guys. How many colors, including the in colors, how many colors are in the Stampin' Up! Color family? Tell me what you know. Are there 20 colors? 30 colors? 40 colors? Spirited Grace, there are 52, right? There's black and white, and then we have 10 in colors, and 5 in each grouping. And then we have 4 color families, and each color family has 10 colors in it. So 10 times 4 color families is 40, plus 10 in colors is 50, plus black and white is 52. Yep, you guys are so smart. Okay, now that I pulled it apart, I kind of wish that I hadn't. But look at this, it's still intact. I'm just going to make another card and cut new pieces. And maybe I'll put it on crumb cake or something instead of wild wheat. Let's review the cards that we made tonight. We were making cards. This is my September bonus project kit. And so we made 3 cards tonight. And I love the way they turned out. You guys got to tell me which one is your favorite. Are you loving these cards as much as I am? You can get the project kit with pre-cut pieces, a sampling of the Garden Walk Designer paper, and a package of the faceted gems when you order from me in September. So if you order $40 or more, my online store, you can do that at juliedavison.com/shop. The host code is in the video description right now, so check that out. If you order $150 or more, no need to use the host code. And I'll be sending out these project kits the first week or so of October. So if you ordered in September, or if you're a team member and you've subscribed, you can watch for that kit coming soon. I've got three more samples to share using this designer paper. I thought I had another one. Hold on. Oh, yep, right here. I have 4 more cards to share. I'm just really loving this Garden Walk paper. It is so pretty and so versatile. All right, so these are the September bonus project kits. Let me share with you a few more samples. This one, I love these colors. Just a little bit of wild wheat. Here's one I made with our mystery stamping project. Our team vacation stamping school pre-party. I'll use Lost Lagoon for the card base here. This is a swap card from Michelle Barnes. I just love the way that she cut the designer paper apart and layered it. And then this one is from Natalie Travis. Oh my gosh. This bundle, this designer paper is so beautiful. I hope that you'll give it another look. Because like I said, when I first saw it in the catalog, I just I don't know, it just seemed too fussy, but it doesn't have to be. It can be clean and simple and beautiful. All right, well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and stamping along with me. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the project ideas that I shared with you tonight, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future videos like Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie this coming Sunday at noon, the Great Big Card Swap on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of every month, and of course Thursday Night Stamp Therapy every Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.